Hey guys, it's Eric. I'm currently reading a book right now. It's like 10 o'clock. If you want to see my review on this book, I do have a book channel. I haven't posted much on there. I don't plan on promoting it a whole bunch. I just like reading sometimes. It's one of my better habits I'm getting into doing. But besides the reading, I've come across a feeling tonight, and it's kind of a habit of mine. And it used to always happen a lot on usually Sundays before school nights, or Sundays which were school nights, but before a day of school. And it was usually a sense of worry and desperately wanting to escape. Now I will put some context on this. And I think where it comes from, let me just put my bookmark away. I made these custom bookmarks here. This is a Grey's Anatomy one. It's Derek Shepherd. Pretty cool. I'm sorry for the lighting. It's pretty dim. Little bookmark. So where this used to come from is me and my family used to sit down on a Sunday night, and we would watch the latest episode of The Walking Dead on TV. Now, it was my favorite show, but usually, I'd get home from school Friday, spend the rest of Friday kind of screwing around. I'm not going to say even when I had homework, but I'm going to say especially when I had homework. And yeah, so Saturday would come. I would either be working or I would be off some days. And if I'm not doing anything else, I kind of just sit around. Either way, my biggest motto was enjoy my Friday, enjoy my Saturday. Sunday, I would, again, either do something that day or I would sit around. But I wouldn't do my homework. And so 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock came. I think it was 9 o'clock. And we would be watching The Walking Dead from 9 to 10. And I loved it. And, we made homemade pizzas. We got jugs of chocolate milk, like the little ones. And we would have chocolate milk, cookies, and homemade pizzas. And that was it. That was Walking Dead night. Now, where this looming sense of worry comes in is either right before or right after The Walking Dead, I would think to myself, and I would remember this homework I had. And I would remember I haven't done it yet. And so I'd get really anxious of what the fuck am I going to do before tomorrow? Whether it was math or social or whatever it was usually a big assignment because they like to do that and ruin your weekends. So I would either have to struggle with it tomorrow or do it tonight. And if you can tell where this is going, I would usually go for doing it tomorrow, or I would work on it a little bit and then try and get the rest done tomorrow. That's how I spent my grade, I want to say 7 till 9. But it did always fill me with this fear of I didn't get done what I needed to get done. I'm gonna be in trouble. And I hate that feeling. And I know I brought it upon myself, but my priorities were all backwards, and I'm willing to admit that. And I think what happens, I'll sit this way. I think what happens in order for me to get that is, like tonight, I'm sitting here reading my book. Alright, so my brain is actively up and moving and thinking around. And there's people coming and going. My mom just got home after a day trip wherever she was. My aunt came with her, so that's an extra person in the house. Rachel's over here working on reading her book. Look at her reading. And so there's extra people in my house. My brother just took off for work. My dad just took off to take him to work. And so basically there's a lot of people running around and doing different things. And I think the way my brain works is when there's, not so much when I have a bunch of stuff to do, I'm okay with that type of pressure, but when there's people running every which way, that tends to stress me out a lot. It gets my gears spinning, And it almost makes me shut down. And it's weird because, you know, having all the commotion outside my room, my dog, as you could probably hear, was outside barking. My brother's coming and going, my mom's coming and going, my aunt's visiting, Rachel's here working, and I'm just sitting here trying to read my book. And I got this, like, pit in my chest of just, like, anxiety and fear. And I think it's induced from me being reminded of these nights where I would push off my responsibility, and I'd push it off and push it off and push it off. And then it would strike at last minute and say, hey, you have stuff to do tomorrow. And I got this a lot too when I got out of school, and I was constantly working. It was like, and it wouldn't be for the same reason of, hey, you have something to get done. When I had training videos from my one job, it kind of was. And then I would sit up and watch those training videos. When it wasn't that, it was the process of, hey, you work in 8-9 hours, you need to go to bed. And then that fear would come into me again. And I just wouldn't be able to sleep whatsoever. And it's kind of backwards logic, because my brain's kicking in last minute and stressing out and saying, hey, you gotta do this, you gotta do this. And doing that is actually not helping at all. You know, because then I couldn't sleep because I'm worried, and I can't focus on my homework because I'm worried. I just want to know, does anyone else get this? Do you feel a overwhelming pit of anxiety in your chest when you know you've pushed off your responsibility and now you don't have the chance to get it done in advance, I'll say. So yeah, you know, I don't have a job anymore. So I'm just sitting here trying to read my book. I've got really no responsibilities. What's going on? Well, what's going on is I'm being reminded of a time when I did have responsibilities, and my brain's so used to that it's just kicking in and saying, hey, it's time to worry. And what this is teaching me is sometimes you gotta sit back a little bit and realize it's not time to worry. You can relax. You can take a little bit of a break, right? Just sit there, let the worries go, and then try and prioritize. What do I need to get done? This is what I need to get done. Let me go do that. And then, yeah. So, that's just how I'm feeling tonight. I'm a little worried. That's really all I gotta say. Tell me if you guys feel that way. Tell me why you think it is this happens, and yeah, share your stories. I want to hear them, really. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys watch another video. Goodbye.